Okay, hello everyone. This is Vicki Verley, the Rock and Roll Prophetess. And today we're going to take a look at the new moon for June 8th, 2013 at 18 degrees of Gemini. I want to remind you that this is an intuitive astrology forecast, so there will be an intuitive factor involved. Okay, well, the first thing, everything's been sticking together, so closely, and that's what we're having here. We've got this splay. Part of it's in Cancer, part of it's still in Gemini. This new moon is in Gemini. It's at 18 degrees, which is sometimes called quincunx or in conjunct to the node still. So these nodes are still involved. So it always, this in conjunct, you got to make an adjustment. That's always what I hear about in conjunct. So you got to make an adjustment. But it's a very different energy. It's Gemini and Scorpio and Taurus is very different energy here. The first thing that really stands out to me, though, is there's this grand trine in water are starting to form here. And this is there's going to be grand trines in water happening all year long, but involving Neptune, Venus, and Saturn. So, that's definitely, well, Saturn makes it karmic, but Saturn also makes it, solidifies it, like the bones in the body, like I've said in other videos. So Saturn is your foundation, you need that. But with Venus and Neptune, that's something of great beauty, great love, create something beautifully created, either like a work of art or music, but it could also just be, a love. With Neptune, there could be, the negative side of Neptune is, illusions and illusional, and it also can be drug and alcohol addiction, but, it doesn't have to go there. And with this powerful, positive flow, it doesn't feel that way at all. It's dreamy, it's psychic, it's somebody that you could have a psychic connection with, that you could maybe have a dream about before you see them, before you may connect on the astral plane, before you actually Saturn meet in the real physical world. You could be connecting on in your dreams on the astral plane. Psychic, spiritual, it just feels like really, really good energy. We've got this, Mars is at that same point there, that 5 degrees. Again, I'm not sure if that's in conjunct, but it's like an adjustment to be made. That Mars, I'm doing these videos a little ahead of time, and that Mars, kept talking about Mars with that 29 Taurus. I brought it up a few times, and then there actually was a beheading in London, which was so shocking. But just like everything, there is a positive and negative. I think I was picking up on that with that 29 Taurus. I kept bringing that up. But at any rate, it just, like, there was a Mars to the positive, that brave woman who talked to him. That was very brave of her, I don't know if I would have done the same thing in her shoes. I probably would have been scared to death. But Mars, is bravery. That's another, I talked about how Mars can be, released through sexual energy and physical activity. But Mars surely rules over bravery, and she was brave. That's a brave warrior, And, what makes me think that now is too, even though we're a little past it, is because it was involved in Palace. That's a way you could use Mars, take the high road, is to be brave and stand by your convictions, that sort of thing. Gemini is all about partnerships too, and it's talking, it's doing, so we're talking, but it's partnerships too. It's the twins. There's two of them. There's two lines in this symbol. Libra is more so, but Gemini is too. Gemini is very partnership oriented. That's why we're moving into the wedding season. And with these grand trines in water, this would be a good time to get married. If I was consulting you on a wedding date, with these grand trines in water, and when we get Jupiter moving up in there, even more so, I feel like it's going to be very harmonious. And with these outer planets, long-standing. So in a marriage, you want to be long-lasting. But not only a marriage, a creative endeavor. Anything you're wanting to start around this time, this is a good time to start it too. And I believe, Mercury's not going retrograde yet. So this is a good time. So Gemini is also, we're out, this is the summer season. People are out doing things. We've got trips planned. We've got things happening. We're doing these things. And that's all Gemini time. We're getting married. We're talking. We're communicating. We're out and about with the people. One thing, though, I wanted to, the Pluto-Uranus square is also still active. And again, the day of the Pluto-Uranus square, we had that horrible tornado through Oklahoma. But you know, this is also, we're going to break down old paradigms. You know, they've got to stop building these, you know, doing the same thing. They said that path has been hit, you know, multitude of times with these tornadoes. So they've got to, Uranus, they've got to have some enlightenment. And they're already talking about it. New kind of structures and bomb shelters or whatever underneath, you know. So Uranus, they're going to have some enlightenment about it this time. But what I was getting into about that Pluto-Uranus square that's still happening, Mercury is in there too. We've got Mercury opposed, we've got a T-square going on here. Mercury opposed Pluto with Uranus. So you got to watch what you say a little bit. You know, Gemini, we tend to just run off at the mouth. We just talk, 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 talk. And so you got to watch what you say a little, because, a lot, not even a little. You could say something that could just piss somebody off with this Pluto. Or there could be some kind of crazy, you know, they just take it the wrong way. And it's just like, you know, what did you say? And, you know, a fight could start. Or, you know, Pluto with Uranus could be violence too. And that was another, you know, thing that happened with that horrible London thing, this violence. So watch what you say, you know, even though we're talking and we're socializing everything, you got to watch what you say. And then that in conjunct with the Mars too, it's like, you know, somebody could take it the wrong way and get pissed off. But, you know, we can't walk around in fear all the time. Let's embrace this love energy, because that is totally the strongest thing happening here. That is, it is a good vibe. So another aspect to the new moon point of 18 degrees, besides the nodes, is over here we've got Juno. But Juno, you know, I'm not a great authority on Juno, but it is the goddess of love and beauty. So we're still, you know, we're back in this love vibe. You know, we're back at the love vibe. So there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with being in the love vibe at all. And Neptune, you know, you got to come out of it once in a while, stick your head up with Saturn and deal with your reality. But, you know, let's be in the love vibe. In water, too. And, you know, like places where I live here, if you're not in, you know, if you're in a climate where you have change of seasons, you know, now is the time. We're at the water. You know, I'm at the water all the time. I'm down by the lake all the time. And in the winter, not so much, you know, because the lake is frozen over. So, you know, connect with that water. Get that spiritual energy. I get such good spiritual vibe and healing from the water, too. I just, I love being by the water. I've got a lot of water in my chart, though, also. But I think everybody can benefit through that. The other thing about the nodes, too, you know, and speaking and everything, you know, Taurus rules your throat chakra. You know, so that again is kind of ties back to speaking somehow, or speaking. And, you know, it brings in the karmic stuff, too. But let's be new, I think. That's another thing about this speaking and talking. Let's be new, because Taurus is, you know, in the south node is the old way, and let's do some new things. And Gemini are definitely, you know, it's a lower octave of Uranus, and it's, you know, the mind. Let's be of an enlightened mind. Let's solve our problems through reason, not Mars, or, you know, we're not going to get in, or Pluto, we're going to get into a physical altercation. You know, Geminis are reasoners, thinkers, you know. It's travel time. Another thing about this Gemini I wanted to touch on here, it says 26 degrees. It's opposed that galactic center, which is nothing happening there. But that galactic center, I think that has a lot to do with the awakening. And I feel like if you have something at that, which is 26 degrees of Sag, actually, and we've got the Jupiter's opposing that, but I still feel like it kind of opened some portal. You know, when there was that alignment with the galactic center, I just feel like it opened some portal. More people were tuning in. I just feel like there was some kind of an energy outpouring there. That's my moon is at 26 Sag, and I think if you have something there, maybe you do have some sort of, I don't know, maybe you came through that hole. Sometimes I think that you came through the galactic center to get here, you know, and you might have somehow be in tune with that. I don't exactly know, but there's something cosmic about it, you know. I don't have a complete handle on it yet, but that Jupiter there, I feel like that's like, it's opposing it, it's pulling it out somehow. It's opening that portal a little more, opening it up. Okay, so, you know, not a lot going on, but maybe that's a good thing too, you know, just harmonious, fun, good energy. Get out, travel, go travel near the water, be by the water, fall in love. Definitely fall in love with Saturn, you know, it could be longevity. I think Saturn is stronger than Neptune, dreamy. you're dreamy, you're all falling in love. I don't think you'll be completely have the wool pulled over your eyes. I think with Saturn it could be longevity. Launch that creative project, do that thing that inspires you, that opens your heart with your feelings. Because the water people, that's all your feelings, The air people, Gemini, you're in your head, you're mental, you talk, you think, you're the thinkers. The water signs are the feelers. We feel. So get in touch with those feelings. I feel good. It feels like a little bit of a break from these nodes too. We're kind of, even though it's in conjunct with the new moon point, I feel like we're kind of separating and just getting a little lighter. And even these heavy planets, they're in harmony with each other. They're in harmony. And there's more to come. There's more to come with these grand trines in water when Jupiter gets in there. And all these planets are going to be moving. All these Gemini is going to be moving on. Because Saturn and Neptune, they're set up here. We've got this trine, but that fill in, that third point, that just is like the perfection, the perfect trine, the Holy Trinity, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so that's the forecast for June. Remember that you are love and beauty incarnate. If you'd like a personal reading with me, you can check that out on my main page. There's a link to schedule a reading. And I'll talk to you soon.